me. I should like to think that the stableman has arrived at the Runkeep by now. I'll go ahead to check. If you still want to have a look around, then be my guest. Come and find me when you've had your fill. The friend, I take it, sorry to have kept you both waiting. Unruly wildlife, life's not the only source of recent distress, I'm afraid. Also been a risk in robberies targeting merchants. As a result, we've got a lengthy list of folks waiting to use our Runic. Which is why I have to ask that you stop at Solicited Springs. That's fine, of course, but why haven't the Dusk Watch dealt with this banditry? Kamakan's followers are doing what they can, but they reckon the bandits are operating as a gang. Rounding them up easier said than done. If you have anything of value you'll want to take care of. Thanks for your warning. We'll be sure to stay vigilant. Right then, if you're ready to set off, I'll see you on your way. That's how I imagine we'd be riding them. Oh, Golden Fleece. Cerulean Bomb. Oh. Just sliding across. No sooner did we dismount than the next passengers are already on their way. They really are short on Runique. Now then. There's just these springs, perhaps the busiest town here, and Trelawney. People travel here from all over hoping to find their fortune. The change come to Housely was surprising enough, but this is no less impressive. They're achieving a great deal in these 3 years I've been away. The station is on the eastern side of town, but there should still be time before the next train departs. If you don't mind, I'd like to pay a visit to an old friend of my mentor. Areti is her name, and if she's learned that I passed through without saying a word, she's never let me hear the end of it. She let out from our village some 10 years ago, hoping to earn coin as she traveled about Dawntrail. I can but assume she's to come here seeking greater opportunities. In any case, let us see if we can find her. Her blue hair should make her easy to spot. Well, we've had a mention of the people I wanted. What the fuck? That's a weird ass mount. Yes, I'm T, and who might you be? He is my friend. Could it be goodness? It is. I couldn't read that in time. A man grown, you were such a darling little thing as a child. You know, it's only been 3 years since last we spoke. Really only 3, I suppose. It all starts to get hazy after a while living as long as we do. Well, this is Lati. She know my mentor since they were children. Nice to meet you. Okay, so those wings are from Extreme Trials, okay. Never thought I'd see the day when you travel with company. You really have grown. Litchipia. Alright, I was born Elithopia. I adopted a new name when I became a gleaner, one that adheres to Eastern Vera convictions, so as to avoid drawing attention. Given that this is a homecoming, it was only a matter of time before you found out. Nonetheless, I would appreciate it if you would continue using my chosen name. Given that this is a homecoming, it would, yeah, appreciate continue using my chosen name. A homecoming, you know, I've been thinking of paying the old stamping ground a visit myself. It would be good to see Kachiyo again. She's the finest archer I know, his mother and mentor. Every time I drop by, she'd treat us to a veritable feast prepared with fresh game she'd hunted herself. You're impressive with the bow too, Lauren, even among the Shionta Noah. Oh, I can't compare it to Skip, but her skill at arms pales in comparison to her knowledge of nature. That's what earned her a place among Gulu's Jaja's traveling companions, after all. She was always the inquisitive sort, but her journey across Trail lit a fire in her. Even after Therapia was born, she often let him in my care so that she could embark on another expedition in search of the unknown. On how you would cry and beg her to take you along, it must have been hard on you. Eote, please. But we're all friends here, aren't we? No matter how many times he asked, the answer was always the same. You can come when you prove you're a true explorer. Thus did she task me with finding the Golden City. Despite my best efforts, all paths led nowhere. I assumed it was but a dreamer's fantasy, a ploy to goad me into exploring the wider world. But it was real. And we found it. Oh, apparently that the mountain birds that have been going around is from a Mountain Dew thing. You found it? As part of the right succession, I assumed everyone had heard. That's amazing. Oh, she'll be thrilled. And eager to bombard me with questions, no doubt. Oh, we should be on our way. Thank you so much for stopping by. I give my heart to it. Help, I need help. What's that about? We'll investigate. Please wait here. No doubt these are the infamous local bandits. Please, you have to help. I've been robbed. It's Namik Woglamot's nursemaid. Arenvel Zedman. Come any closer and we'll slit her throat from ear to ear. You think that stops me? I don't need to step forward. And so much as nick her skin and you won't live to regret it. Oh yeah? Hold on. He did say this is Mamok's nursemaid. Maybe this ain't such a good idea. Take the goods to the boss. We'll deal with this. Please, you have to give it back. I'm going after Namaka. This lot I leave to you. Cocky bastard, I'll hang him by the ears and feed the old woman to the dogs. We can deal with them later. First, we need to put this one in the dirt. Oh, we're gonna play who could be buried in a shallow grave, are we? I'm warning you, I've been shot in the head several times. Yet it's still kicking. Why, for you? You won't get F, so lucky. I guess this place is supposed to be like Texas with all the oil stuff, or cerulean. Thank you. I don't know what I would have done without you. That managed to get away, but I have an idea of where they headed. You said they stole something from you. A bracelet. It was a parting gift from Woklamot. I see, close as you two were, I can only imagine how much it meant to you. But what brings you all this way? With the right of succession ended in what Woklamot crowned the next Dom servant, she is ready to stand on her own. I told her as much, and of my plans to return to Hasulani. She gave me the bracelet that I might always remember our time together. Filled me with such joy, I wanted everyone to know, everyone to see this wonderful gift given to me by the vow of resolve, and now it's gone. I would let them take every coin in my name if only they had left me that bracelet. I would ask what you intend to do, but I know that look. Please, you mustn't put yourself in harm's way for my sake. I can assure you, no harm will come to us. Zedman will make certain of that. I understand your methods can be brutal, but it would be wise to show some restraint, lest you find yourself on the wrong side of the law. Perhaps I should come as well, to be sure all proceeds as it should. I don't know what to say. See why Woklamot puts so much faith in you both. For anything else, let's see her back to Springs. She'll be safer in town, and with Loretti there to keep an eye on her, we should have nothing to worry about. Thank you, both of you. No, begone, cerulean demon! Don't make me get out the squirt bottle! I will wield it fiercely! I forgot, did I? Yeah. Aaronville told me what happened, and you needn't worry about Namika. If those bandits should find us, I'll kick up a fuss and see them driven off. The bracelet meant everything to her, and those bastards wouldn't care even if they knew. Makes me sick. But at least she's safe, and I know you'll set things right. Yes, Andrew Tang. Greetings to you. I can tell you aren't from around these parts, which is just dandy. Come from across the ocean, am I right? Not too far from the birthplace of cerulean technology, I'm guessing. Just so happens I got a little job needs taken care of, and you're the prime candidate. You see, we got plenty of equipment that either extracts or runs on cerulean, but most of it was only built a few years ago. Compared to folks around here, I bet someone who grew up around machines like these could spot all kinds of... Huh? The fuck just happened? I didn't tab out of the game. And from what I can tell, nothing else should have done it either. You got plenty of equipment. I think you could take a look. Yeah, 1 second, I'm just there. Oh, that don't look good. Etc. is displayed at regular intervals. This appears is working as intended. Dirt pumps is functioning correctly as present, but will deteriorate in a few years. Large wooden barrels are used to transport the ceruleum. Although these containers can secure enough, their immense size and weight are likely to cause problems. How did the inspection go? Don't go pulling any punches now. You're right, the barrels are much too heavy. We use Ronic to transport this refined ceruleum, but the lighter the barrel, the less of a strain they'll be on our animals. I hear you. Pretty much any of the moving parts are bound to undergo stress and strain. Even if they look fine now, there'll still a high chance of breakage in the future. As relief, considering how difficult they were to build, I'm glad they won't need repairing for a while. Well, in any case, I'm glad I asked for your help. Now all I got to do is put your advice into action. Hate to admit it, but we still got to learn about maintaining and improving our equipment. So thank you. We're another step closer to fulfilling our potential. But don't be a stranger here. Yeah, you really shouldn't be using wooden buckets for something very flammable. Oh, sweet muffins. Where's a hunter when you need one? Hey there, say you seem like the wild critter wrangling type. What do you do, say, to a little honest work? You see, down by the ceruleum pits, we've got ourselves something of an infestation. Cerulean bombs, to be precise. Now, when them being the flames spewing and exploding at the drop of a hat, sons of salamanders that they are, if even one got into our fuel supply, this whole place would be blown sky high. Fortunately, I've always had a hunter friend of mine keep their numbers down, but he's temporarily incapacitated. I was thinking you could take his place. If so, there's a whole bunch of them a little ways south from here. Good hunting. Okay, how many ether currents are here? Huh, about the same amount as all the others. Where are... Oh, there they are. Put you back in the ground. My question is, why are there so many bombs here? I understand why they're so frequent in Eorzea because of the kobolds literally breeding them. The fuck just happened? Oh well. Things just get weirder and weirder. All done? How many were there? Are you kidding? They must have invited every damn bomb and his cousin to join the party. Sounds like you got there just in time. Of course, calling them the old-fashioned way, risky work. It ain't easy finding someone with the necessary skill. I guess we're better come up with a better plan to keep them at bay. In any case, you've done us all a good turn, friends. I just know they picked the right. Knew I picked the right guy for the job. Sorry if I was a bit distracted. Somehow my headphones and my controller got into a knot, so I was untangling them. Yeah, we got 4. Banana? Banana! Alright, let's go and recover that bracelet. Oh, I have nothing but contempt for these bandits, as it involves a gift from Clement. We must be mindful how our actions might reflect upon her. Doubtless, Namako would find joy in the return of said gift if lives were taken in the process. If it comes to violence, I ask that you stop short of killing them. The rest we can leave to the Dusk Watch. Well then, that makes me think you're strong, really strong, are you? You saved the star? That's a bold claim to make, but if true, that certainly speaks to your strength. If your curiosity has been sated, then please indulge mine. Is there anything you can tell us about these bandits? Let's see. Well, of late there's been talk about some unsavory types coming and going from Tanawai to the southwest. Is that the old mining town that was abandoned? That's the one. Now that ceruleum extraction is big business, no one wants to waste their time picking at the dried up veins there. Sounds like a perfect lair for bandits, not to mention that the one with the bracelet fled in that direction. So you'll be investigating the place. I can let the Death Watch know if you like. No, not yet. It would be best if we weren't alone. There's something I'd like to ascertain if you have no objections. Right then, let's be off. It seems the bandits have claimed this place for themselves. They made no attempts to conceal their presence. How can the Dust Watch not have noticed by now? A question for another time. First, we must find the bracelets. I don't see the bandit who had it. Perhaps they're in one of the buildings. Ramshackle as they are, it should prove a simple thing to eavesdrop on anyone inside. It would go and have a look about. I'll keep watch for trouble. Mets will not notice you here. You can safely eavesdrop on any inside. Just shoves the horns into the wall. As you lean in to listen, you begin to pick out voices in the muffled chatter. Don't know where we'd be without him. Probably shoveling sand, praying we'd struck it rich. Ain't that the truth? Only an idiot would work the mines with easier money to be had. Not when we've got a boss who can keep the Dusk Watch off our backs, huh? Hey, watch what you say. The wind's got a way of carrying secrets to the wrong ears. Maybe so, but whoever believed one of them sainted souls was running our crew. That drunk who bought your story about the gold-spitting alpaca, am I right? As you lean in to listen, a familiar voice rings out through the wall. Let me out of here, you bastard. Shut your mouth, you sniveling little brat. Make me. I'll get you all back for framing my friends. The vulture, most of all. You tell him he can eat shite. How about we give you the chance to tell him yourself? We'll see how tough you are then. As you lean in to listen, you'll hear someone entering the room on the other side. I brought back a prize you're gonna love, boss. Have a look at this bracelet, beautiful, ain't it? Bet it was made by a famous artisan. You idiot, how are we supposed to move something like this without attracting attention? Boss, please, please, I'm sorry. Reckon we could find a sailor who won't ask questions. Sell it for a song. Here's your reward, and don't bring me this kind of grief again. I won't, boss. Thank you. Suddenly the building you set on fire. Finished, are you? Let's retreat for now. I don't wanna. So were you able to learn anything? The leader is a man of the Dust Watch. And that was clearly why those bandits have been able to do as they please. And you say they gave the necklace to him. It seems we have our work cut out for us. Did you hear anything else of note? So good, that's the boy you confronted one of the officers in town, isn't it? And you say they threatened to take him and see the Vulture, their leader's alias, no doubt. Fitting for a man who preys on the helpless. Well then, not only do we have a better idea of who's behind the rash of robberies in Soy, but we also know he has the bracelet. Retrieving it without bloodshed will prove difficult, though, if he's that quick to point a gun at his own underlings. You're right, if we confront him with his henchmen around, a violent outcome is all but guaranteed. I might have a plan. There's a small summit to the southeast of here. Meet me there and I'll explain everything. I also saw how to get one of the Resonar or whatever. It's going to take me a while. I'm not getting it anytime soon. Requires orange scraps. It's a Hydra. If we're to retrieve the bracelet without conflict, well, I guess I could have said Cerberus. I got 3 heads. It won't be done barging in through the door. We'll have to lure him out. To do that, we'll avail ourselves of Yahikariya, dragon-like creatures that live in the south of here. And their breeding season, you see, and the males will flock to the scent of the female in heat. With a few ingredients and a sample of their feces, I can create a attractant that resembles this scent when burned. We can lure the Yakachika into the bandits' hideout, flushing out the Vulture and his gang. Then, while they're content with our flying friends, we can sneak in and search for the bracelet. I'm afraid I must ask that you collect the excrement. While you see to that, I will go and produce the remaining ingredients. And before you say anything, I do not ask this because of my aversion to feces. It would simply be easier for me to find the specific species of wild plant we require. Take these 3 pouches, see them fill, and I will handle the rest. Oh, is this where I've been looking for? I doubt it, but can't hurt. Is that a Triceratops? I got dinosaurs. Got ourselves some pterodactyls and all these. I want to see what's in the cave. Northwest. Finished already, are we? Small heap of sack full, bursting with leavings. Though you pray to the 12, it doesn't actually burst. Well, the 12's dead, so we don't need to worry about that. Excellent, this will do nicely. All that's left is to mix the feces with tumble claw fibers, dried tender root, and a generous helping of animal fat. Come, let us get back to Jawi. Yeah, we got an achievement recently. Sunforged. I haven't gone to Mercury yet. Haven't forged myself a hammer. Everything is ready. Time to set our plan into motion. Banana. A fair number appear to be gathered inside. Now's our chance. I will keep watch from here. The attractant I leave to you. Toss it into the bonfire near the middle of town. The exit will come soon after. Stack of ingredients that, when burned, is guaranteed to attract Yachikoke and leave near everything else fit to retch. What's that smell? That reeks. What did you put in the fire? Was it me, I swear. Did something die? Someone want to explain that ungodly stench to me? Boss, over there. Huh? What in the world? Run for your lives! So that smoke what drew them here. I swear when I find out who did this. Say our friend have stirred up enough trouble. Time to retrieve the bracelet. Hey, what's going on out there? I'm still in here in case you've forgotten. Sit tight, we'll be back for you. What? You gotta get me out of here now. They're going to kill me. I'm begging you, please. Shh. They'll hear you. Shit, who was that? Hey, are you going to help me or what? The bracelet must wait. Let's break him out and withdraw for now. All that effort and not to show for it. Sorry about that, but damn, I didn't think anyone would have the balls to take on the vulture. No need to apologize, we were planning to save you eventually. Really? And I didn't even know who you are? You're secret admirers of mine or something? I'm just having fun with you, but I do appreciate the help. This man they call the Vulture, I've seen his face before. He was he not the officer you confronted in town? The one in the same. When he's not masquerading as a gang leader, he serves as deputy chief of the Dust Watch. That would explain why the bandits are so confident they can avoid capture. You're trying to get back whatever the Vulture stole, right? Let me help. It's the least I could do after you bailed me out back out there. I have an idea. Let's head back. I have an idea where he hid his cash. Reckon he's headed there now too. We can go together. I've got a score to settle with him myself. I doubt that you do. I don't doubt that you do, but we need to know where it is first. Will you tell us? Right, so the bandits, 20, they call the Daybreakers. And it was me and my friends that found the group. But it wasn't a gang of cutthroats, not back then. We just wanted to protect people who couldn't protect themselves, kids being harassed by bullies, workers being exploited by the mining concerns, folks who needed help to even the odds. That was 3 years ago, and whenever we found someone scheming in the shadows, we settled matters the best way we knew how, with a duel. I see, by the old laws, anyone who loses in a duel must be held accountable for their crimes, even those in positions of authority. And we made sure, damn sure they did every time. Before we knew it, our small band of friends committed a force to be reckoned with. But then a year ago, the Vulture and his thugs showed up. They got the better of us and took over the Daybreakers. Everyone was afraid of him, so they did his bidding without question. But when he showed them how they could make a fortune easily, that was when he finally won them over. Now the Daybreakers is nothing but a bunch of bandits and cutthroats who prey on the people it was created to protect. I talked it over with my friends, Quikana and Lingwine, and we all agreed the only way to stop him was to challenge him to a duel. He accepted. I still remember how he gloated that he won. That he win. But when the day came, he showed up with the Dust Watch and had my friends arrested on charges of robbery. As if that was enough, he set their bail at a price no matter that no one could ever hope to pay. With them locked away, there was no one left to help me. None of my old friends from the Daybreakers, and certainly not the Dust Watch. And that's how you're ready to challenge him in the middle of town. I was until the guy with the spear stopped me. No sooner had I stepped out of town than the vulture minions caught me by surprise. They took me prisoner. Then, well, you know the rest. So the Dust Watch would be of no help. Are they working for the vulture then? No, not all of them. The sheriff, Kimaka, he's as honest as they come. A staunch keeper of the peace. Problem is, he's a little too trusting and doesn't suspect a thing. If it were my words against deputy chiefs, who do you think he'd believe? Well, if he knows where the vulture keeps his spoils, perhaps he can help us recover Namaka's bracelet. What do you think? For what it's worth, I have a plan, but I can't do it alone. A plan? All I ask is that you hear me out, but not here. I'll be waiting for you at the spring. At the springs. I guess we can decide what to do after he gives us the pitch. Good, you're here. This is where he hides his loot. I expect he'll show up soon. Ah! Some more banana. Well, look who it is. Storing stolen goods here seems risky, but I suppose it's an option for someone with his authority. Yeah, he moves the spoils into cerulean barrels where no one would think to look. They mixed in with the regular shipments of fuel to Dawntrail, where they are sold off. He said he stole a bracelet of yours, right? If he knows you're on his trail, chances he'll be eager to get what he can for it. But I doubt he'll trust a lackey with that business, given the preference of the piece. No, I'll wager he's not letting that bracelet out of his sight until he's got coin in hand. I wasn't sure what to make of you after Hatsui, but I'm glad to see you're more than an impulsive child. Oh, well, not my finest hour, I admit. But there's a lesson in that. The vulture's a slippery bastard. If we're going to catch him, we need to back him into a corner with hard evidence. That's my plan. First, we need to lure him away from there. From here over to Hatsui would be ideal for that. I need one of you to help me. This will buy time for the others to search the barrels for any stolen goods. And use that, we'll expose him as a criminal. There's no way to tell if Watts is carrying the bracelet, but regardless, there's be time enough to find it once he's behind bars. But won't he simply feign innocence? Oh, he'll try, and that's when I challenge him to a duel. A duel. That approach didn't work out so well for your friends, as I recall. True, but unlike before, I'll challenge him in front of the whole town. That way he won't be able to wriggle out of it like before. Every man, woman, and child of the wilds understand the importance of duels and the old laws. The deputy chief would never disgrace himself by refusing. But wouldn't you be breaking the law by using a firearm in town? It's not as if we're using live rounds, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. What's important is that I get him to duel with as many witnesses as possible. When he loses, he will lose. That'll be the end of the vulture. The plan is not without flaws, but what do you think? Not even he can ignore traditions. Once he loses, I'll have him confess to his crimes. If you're satisfied, then so am I. I knew I could count on you. I was seen in Tirani, so it's best I stay and search the barrels. Oh. Then you're with me. Tell the vulture I tried to rob you, but you managed to overpower me. Even if he suspects a trap, he won't be able to resist taking the bait. You want to buy your friend as much time as possible and make your way to Hanvasi. Once you get the vulture there, I'll take care of the rest. Alright then, let's get to it. Most likely that Shiotona's doing. What's his angle? And then there's that brat. I passed time I dealt with him. Poke him. Just poke him right in the forehead. What's this? I'm familiar face of these parts. Have you need of the dust watch, sir? What? So tried to rob you, but you apprehended him? I see. So desperate was he to see his friends free from prison, he turned into a life of crime. How awful. You have my serious stakes, sir. I trouble you to take him to me. This is an appropriate time for me to play tour guide, but if you insist, the Springs is home to a thriving cerulean mining industry. The prospect of easy coin has attracted some undesirables, though. Take him all the way to the north of the map. We're going on an adventure! This place, I don't see him. Very well, lead on. There's gold in these fields, blue gold. But best be wary of beasts in these parts. They may prefer to snack on ceruleum, but for you, I reckon they make an exception. Some sort of trick of all the... Let's keep moving. better be the place. He left him tied up around a big rock. Must have been a different rock. Prince is wavering awfully thin, sir. If he isn't at the next place we stop, I may be forced to do something you and I would both dearly regret. Unless you rather, I fed you one raw, needles and all, cut the chit-chat. Fine, I guess I'll feed you one raw. Alright, where is he? I don't see him anywhere. Where is Zechariah? Tell me where he is, or I'll bury you in the same grave. That's it. I've had it with these games, and I've had it with you. Hey, Zwati. You looking for me? If you want to place me under arrest, you'll have to work a little harder. You'll be begging for a cell by the time I'm done with you.
Wahoote! Finally caught up to me, I see.
Well, well, if it isn't our young outlaw. You've taken up stealing, I'm told. Can't say I'm surprised about that, but I am surprised that you'd offer yourself up to be arrested.
Sorry to disappoint, but you're the one who's going to answer for their crimes today.
Hey, that's my jewelry!
And my bag! So you found the stolen goods. That's fine work.
This barrel was at Shishenawetsi Springs, mixed in with others bound for Tuliyola. The Landsguard would have presumed it part of the regular ceruleum shipments and waved it through. And once it reached its destination, it would have been retrieved, and its contents sold for coin.
The audacity. Do we know who's behind this?
As fortune would have it, I spied the leader of this operation being handed one of the stolen items. A bracelet, which Vau Wuklamat had intended for her nursemaid, Namika.
It was from the Vow of Resolve?
Oh, you've seen it then?
No, no, never. And if I knew who had it, I would have arrested the scoundrel.
What's the meaning of this, Woohoote?
It's a setup, sir. I have the bracelet, yes, but I only because I found it. I swear. They're the real criminals. They concocted this scheme to frame me, so they could get me out of the picture.
If you feel your honor's at stake, there's always the old-fashioned way. The law which folks have used to settle their differences for generations.
You don't mean...
Woohoote, I challenge you to a duel. The winner is right, the loser is wrong. Doesn't get simpler than that.
Yeah, have at it!
Let your pistols do the talking!
Please, do you honestly believe you can goad me into playing your game?
You refuse then? Huh. A baby alpaca's got more fight than you.
All right, boy. But remember, you asked for this.
Come on, Zakawa! Give him what for!
Shouldn't we stop him, Chief? Even if it's just rubber bullets, we're in the middle of town.
Be quiet. Just watch.
Oh, you little shit!
Looks like you've gotten slow in your old age, vulture.
You and I are going to have a long talk.
I apologize for dueling in the middle of town. If you want to lock me up, then lock me up. But please, let my friends go. They've done nothing wrong.
You drew your gun within town limits. But Woohoote drew first. Far as I'm concerned, you acted in self-defense. You're free to go. As are your friends.
Ah, you're not such a bad guy after all.
Just a man of the wilds, like you. But to think that Woohoote had taken control of the Daybreakers, it pains me that it happened right under my nose.
What are you gonna do about his crew? Some of them are still in Tonatenui.
Those who have broken the law will be taken into custody. But those who haven't will be given the chance to resume walking the straight and narrow. What about you, Zakawa? What do you intend to do now?
Why, what I've always done. Protect the weak and help the helpless. The old-fashioned way.
Here, this was Vawuk Lamott's gift for someone, wasn't it?
Yes, a person very dear to her.
I suppose this is where we go our separate ways. My thanks again for your help apprehending the vulture.
That ended up rather more complicated than expected, but all's well that ends well. See, finally it's over. Couldn't have brought him to justice without your help. I don't know how I'll ever pay you. With that, we're going to call that an episode. I'll see you all in the next.